this is a hard story to tell. It was a very, very bad disbelief. Like I couldn't. Hey, what's up you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be kind of a story time slash getting to know me a little more type video, just to the fact that if you read the title, because I don't know why you would just click on the video if you don't know the title, but if you read the title, you know exactly what this video is about. It's about my mother being in prison. Now, my mom went to jail, well, to prison, when I was like, I think I was like 14 when it happened. My little brother was like 10. I was like 13, 14 years old when she went away. So she's been gone for about 7 years now, and she's coming home this November. And she's in prison. She's not in the same state that I'm in with my little brother and like the rest of our family. She's not in the same state. She's way, way down in Arizona. So I'm not gonna tell you guys what she went to prison for, but just know that it was bad enough where she almost did a life sentence, and then it got taken away, and then some other stuff happened. But I'm not telling you exactly why she went to prison. I'm just gonna tell you about my experiences on me being a person whose parent was in jail or has been in jail, because both of my parents are in jail currently right now. Both are in prison. My father is in prison, but he's here in Indiana, in a little town in Indiana, and then my mom is in prison. So okay, growing up, my father was never in my life, so you know, I didn't really have that father figure. Not a problem, didn't bother me. I don't know, some people, when they get older, they start to reach out and look for guys at an early age and stuff like that. I was never those type of girls. I was always strong-minded and everything, and I always relied on my mother and my grandmother for everything. So for me to be like, oh my God, I need a father, that's not me. You're not about to get this sob story, and me, it's not happening. So that was that. And I met him officially when I could remember, when I was like, I would say 9-ish. My mother took me for Christmas break one time to go see him, and I'm like, where are we going? She woke me up early one day and was like, come on, let's go, we have to go somewhere. And I'm like, okay, I don't care. So my mom, it was unusual for my mom waking up in early in the morning on Saturdays and be like, okay, let's go, because we'll go get our nails done, our hair done, stuff like that, whatever, go out to eat, blah blah blah. So it was not unusual for that to happen. So when I met him, I'm like, oh my God, like I kind of he looked like you, like this is weird. So I don't know, that it made me feel like, I don't know, I'm not gonna say it made me feel sad or something, but part of me is like, well damn, if you locked up, then what the fuck did you do to not want to be around your kid? And then I find out when I was like 14, no, when I was 15. I found this out when I was 15 that I had 2 older sisters. One name's Ashley, one name's Mia. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, you literally my whole life, you know, kept 2 people away from me that I could have knew. I still talk to them every now and again, but it's nothing like I'm gonna call her up and be like, hey, what's up, girl? Let's go somewhere. None of that. But both of them got kids, and Ashley, she's a year older than me, but Mia, we call her Mookie. Mookie, she's like 23, 24, so she's a little older than us. So, but she got like 3 kids or whatever. And I'm like, when I met them, I'm like, oh, I don't really know, like I don't really feel y'all. Like, you know those girls like you be in high school and you know for a fact you just not gonna click with them. That's kind of how it was with Mookie. Ashley, me and her talked. We texted her when she was having her first child. So that was that. So when he went to prison, when I found out I had sisters, and he called me. He's like, yeah, your older sister just left. And I'm like, older sister? And this is before I found out I had sisters. And he was telling me about them, giving me their numbers, da, da, da. And I'm like, this is weird. Like, I don't like this. So I found that out. Alright, so my my mom and I always had a good relationship. It wasn't like those best friend mother-daughter relationships, no, because I knew my place and I knew that this was not my friend. I knew she was my mother, and that was it. That was all. There was nothing getting over. My mom, she always kept a good job. We always had nice things, stuff like that. So it's not like I had a badass childhood or something. But my mom, she just fell in love with the wrong guys. Like, that's just how it was. And I think that's what stems from me and my bad relationships and me not being able to trust a man, because that's all what I saw from my mom. Like, I didn't really see her trust anyone like that. Seeing that and watching that, we had moved to Anderson, and she had got with this guy. He was a family friend, but they had been knowing each other since they was little. So they got with each other, and then he didn't like us, and then he sent my mom off to a psych ward or whatever. So she spent like 2 weeks, a week and a half there, and then they broke up. And then it was this guy that she met. He was supposed to be like a drug dealer or whatever, but he was whack. So he threatened my mom, he threatened us, and then he didn't like my brother, he didn't like my cousin, my oldest cousin and my oldest brother. So both of them got put out because of him, put out the house. So that happened. I don't know, I just kind of noticed that my mom just stopped really caring, so to speak. But it was what it was. We was just kind of used to it. So then I was going to middle school, and it was my second year of middle school, and then my mom was like, oh, we're going to Arizona. And I was like, okay. We get to Arizona. I didn't like it from the get-go. Like, I did not like it. But I went to Barcelona Middle School. So those of you who live in Arizona or know where Arizona is at, blah, blah, blah. That's the middle school that I went to, Barcelona Middle School. And I didn't really like it. Most of the kids there spoke Spanish, and the teacher spoke Spanish. So if you really didn't understand Spanish, like 9 times out of 10, if you were getting talked about, it's probably because you really were getting talked about. So I didn't really like it there. But living there was just horrible. Like, I didn't like the whole vibe of Arizona. I just didn't like it at first. But then my mom sent me and my brother back for the summer. Then she drove us up here to Indy. And the summer went by. And we got a call. And my mom told my grandma, like, I'm in prison and I'm going away for a while. And we had found out everything that had happened. And this is kind of where the story begins. So we found out she's in prison. Okay, so my girl gets like full custody of my mom, me and my little brother. And it was, at first I was like, okay, this is crazy. Like, my mom, she was never the going to jail type. When I was little, she went to jail one time for fighting. That was it. But she was standing her ground, so I thought. But after really finding out the story, she was just doing stupid shit, basically, over a nigga. Once again, bad luck with love. So, sorry guys, that's my phone. So, after finding out that she was in prison or whatever, I started to have this hard resent for her. Like, I was mad at her. I was like in disbelief, because I'm like, this is a person that never did anything wrong in my eyes, and then here you are in prison. Like, pretty big jump, huh? So the first couple of years that she was in prison, like, I didn't talk to her. Like, I didn't want to talk to her. I didn't want to look at her pictures. I didn't want to write her, nothing. Like, it was, this is a hard story to tell. It was a very bad disbelief. Like, I couldn't. So I would say starting last year is when I actually started to talk to her and let her know what was going on in my life, let her know how I was feeling and stuff. So her being in prison these whole 7 years has been the longest 7 years of my life. Like, the longest, due to the fact that this was my world. Like, I love my mom to death, and to know that she wasn't here for one of the most craziest times of me and my little brother's lives, like, it's kind of crazy. We have a lot of catching up to do, but I'm prepared to do that for her, because that is my mom. I love her, and I wouldn't do anything to let the relationship go that what we had. Like, I don't hate my mom for winning her present. I love my mom to death. Like, I just talked to her the other day. I'll be talking to her again next Thursday. And I'm prepared and ready for her to come home, because I feel like there's so much I need to tell her, so much I need to catch up on. It's like, you haven't been talking to your best friend forever, and then when you talk to her, you got so much coming on. Like, that's the way it's gonna feel when she first get here. So I'm prepared. I'm ready for her to get here, and I don't know. I'll do like little check-ins on this since I told you guys this story. And if you guys, I don't know, if you guys have any video ideas, just let me know. I'm sorry if I feel a little dry, but this is kind of a hard story to tell, and I feel like I needed to tell it because I feel like this is something real and honest. So that was it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.